everyone, welcome to another episode of the Speak English with a British Accent podcast. Thank you very much for your company, and I hope you enjoy hearing some emotion idioms and taking part in a little quiz about them, and learning some popular tongue twisters. So let's go. Section 1. Down in the dumps or on cloud 9. Emotion idioms. So last week we covered some phrasal verbs you can use when describing an emotional state or condition. And in this section, let's make our spoken English even more descriptive with these emotion-related idioms and expressions. So I'll outline some popular idiom choices along with their meanings. And I've also included some ideas regarding their origin, but I'm not sure how reliable or accurate these origin stories are. So let's go. Number 1, down in the dumps, down in the dumps. This means feeling sad or depressed. So this phrase is believed to have originated in the 16th century, and the dumps was a commonplace term for a fit of depression. It's from the Dutch word domp, meaning haze or mist. Number 2, over the moon. Over the moon. This means extremely happy and pleased. Now this phrase comes from the nursery rhyme Hey Diddle Diddle, where the cow jumped over the moon. The concept is of feeling so happy you could leap over the moon. Number 3, lost your bottle. Lost your bottle. This means losing one's nerve or courage. Now, bottle, in this context, is Cockney rhyming slang. Bottle and glass for arse, meaning your bum, and this phrase originated in the mid-20th century. Number 4, keep a stiff upper lip. Keep a stiff upper lip. This means to stay resolute and unemotional in the face of adversity or difficulty. This phrase is believed to be of British origin and was popularised in the 1800s. It refers to the facial expression of not allowing emotion to show. Number 5, in high spirits. In high spirits. And this means feeling elated or very happy. Now the phrase high spirits has been in use since the 1600s, and it denotes vivacity, exhilaration or good health. Number 6, in a pickle. In a pickle. This means being in a difficult situation. Now the term pickle comes from the Dutch word peckel, meaning something piquant, and later came to represent a mixed variety of spiced foods. This idiom was popularised by Shakespeare in The Tempest. Number 7, in a flap, meaning being in a state of worry or panic. Now this phrase is believed to come from the 1940s, possibly from the military slang referring to the flapping movement of birds when they are disturbed. Number 8, have the hump. Have the hump, which means being annoyed or in a mood. This phrase is believed to have originated from camel's hump, and it's used to refer to a person who is carrying an imaginary hump of annoyance or disappointment. Number 9, go to pieces. Go to pieces. This means to lose control of oneself, break down emotionally. Now this phrase originates from the 1900s, and it's believed to come from the idea of something falling apart into pieces. Number 10, get your knickers in a twist. Get your knickers in a twist. This means getting upset or annoyed about something, typically unnecessarily. Now this phrase originated in the UK in the 1970s. Knickers refer to women's underwear, and the phrase suggests a state of discomfort or agitation. Number 11, frightened to death. Frightened to death, meaning extremely scared. This is an ancient idiom where death is used to intensify the emotion of fear. Number 12, feeling under the weather. Feeling under the weather, which means feeling sick or ill. This phrase comes from the nautical world, where sailors who felt unwell or seasick would go below deck, hence they were under the weather. Number 13, drive someone up the wall. Drive someone up the wall, meaning to irritate or annoy someone greatly. This phrase originated in America in the mid-20th century. The imagery is of someone being driven up the wall in frustration or annoyance. Number 14, chuffed to bits. Chuffed to bits, which means very pleased. Chuffed is a British slang term for pleased, and bits intensifies the emotion. And number 15, bursting with joy. Bursting with joy, meaning extremely happy. This phrase uses the metaphor of being filled with so much joy that one could burst. Number 16, bored to tears. Bored to tears, which means being extremely bored. This phrase is an exaggeration using tears as an intensifier for the extreme level of boredom. Number 17, be on cloud nine. Be on cloud nine. This means to be extremely happy or blissful. There are several theories about this phrase's origin. One suggests that it comes from the 1896 edition of the International Cloud Atlas, which defined 10 types of cloud, the ninth being the cumulonimbus, which rises to 10 kilometres, the highest a cloud can be. And number 18, at your wit's end. At your wit's end, meaning extremely worried, upset, or confused to the point where you can't think clearly. Now this phrase originates from the Bible, Psalms 107:27, where it refers to a state of despair. It entered common usage in the late 17th century. Now I've got a module on idioms and expressions as part of my British accent bundle. You'll find it in course 2. And if you go to learningbritishaccent.com/bundle, you can join it there. Section 2. Fancy doing a quiz? So I hope you enjoyed the collection of emotion idioms in the previous section. As a little exercise, I've created a multiple choice quiz to test your knowledge. Now you can access the full quiz at learningbritishaccent.com/emotion-idioms. I shall put the link, of course, in the show notes, but let's do a couple of questions here and now. So question 1. What is the correct idiom? A, down in the dumps, B, down in the pits, or C, down in the holes? Down in the dumps, down in the pits, down in the holes. Did you say down in the dumps? Yep, you're right. Well done. Question 2. What does the idiom over the moon mean? Is it extremely sad, extremely happy, or extremely angry? Over the moon, is it extremely sad, extremely happy, extremely angry? Well, if you're over the moon, you're extremely happy. Question 3. What does the idiom keep a stiff upper lip mean? Is it A, to laugh uncontrollably, B, to stay resolute and unemotional in the face of adversity, or C, to show your emotions openly? So keep a stiff upper lip mean to laugh uncontrollably, to stay resolute and unemotional in the face of adversity, or to show your emotions openly. Did you say B, to stay resolute and unemotional in the face of adversity? You'd be right. Well done. As I say, get the full quiz on the website, link in the show notes. Section 3. Let's talk tongue twisters. Tongue twisters have long been a staple practice technique for mastering the complexities of received pronunciation. Dating back centuries, these tricky phrases challenge speakers to carefully articulate each sound while linking words together smoothly. Though silly in nature, tongue twisters serve a linguistic purpose that is beneficial for pronunciation and accent training. So let's quickly explore the origins and utility of these verbal gymnastics for honing a more authentic British accent. A brief history of tongue twisters. The origins of tongue twisters are difficult to pinpoint exactly, as they developed orally long before being written down. Many linguists believe tongue twisters emerged naturally in languages as a playful way to pass time and challenge articulation. Hard-to-say sequences of sounds are entertainingly difficult to say quickly, so these phrases likely evolved gradually alongside most languages. In English, some of the earliest recorded tongue twisters appeared in the 18th century. A 1775 book, the 12th Statute of His Majesty King Alliterative, contains the line, "Around the rugged rocks the ragged rascal ran." By the Victorian era, collections of tongue twisters were being published as elocution exercises and parlour games. Nonsense verses like "She sells seashells by the seashore" first appeared in print in the late 1800s. So while the origins are murky, tongue twisters as practice for spoken English grew in popularity alongside RP in the 18th and 19th centuries. Elocution manuals and speech training books often included tongue twisters as pronunciation drills, and this tradition continues today amongst actors, broadcasters, and anyone looking to perfect their execution of RP. The linguistic utility of tongue twisters. Tongue twisters endure as accent training tools because they target the most variable and complex aspects of an accent like RP. And this includes consonant clusters. Multiple consonants in a row are tricky, as in sixth, sick, shakes, sixth, sheep's, sick. Tongue twisters overload these clusters. Then we've got vowel contrasts. Keeping vowels clearly differentiated is essential. Thirdly, we've got rhythmic timing. Proper stress and rhythm improves flow, as in Betty Botter bought some butter, but she said this butter's bitter. Then we have linking. Linking words smoothly without gaps takes practice, like fish and chips. And finally, intonation. Tongue twisters have an innate musicality that engages the voice. In this way, tongue twisters target everything from individual sounds to broader global traits like fluency. As silly as they seem, these exercises unsettle the speech system in a productive way. But enough of the theory, let's learn and practice some popular tongue twisters. I'll start with 15 classic British tongue twisters. I shall say them quite slowly, but if you can, pick up your speed and pace as you repeat them. Let's start with Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. So this is alliterative and packed with hard p consonant clusters. Okay? Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked? Okay, moving on to She sells seashells by the seashore. And this will help you with the s and the sh sounds. She sells seashells by the seashore. The shells she sells are surely seashells. So if she sells shells on the seashore, I'm sure she sells seashore shells. 3. Betty Botter bought some butter. This works on smooth, consonant linking between the words, starting with the b sound. It can also help if you're having trouble with the T and the R sounds. So, let's go. Betty Botter bought a bit of butter, but, she said, the butter's bitter. If I put it in my batter, it will make my batter bitter. But a bit of better butter will make my batter better. So she bought a bit of butter, better than her bitter butter, and she put it in her batter, and the batter was not bitter. Number 4. Around the rugged rocks the ragged rascal ran. Around the rugged rocks the ragged rascal ran. Number 5, unique New York. Now this glides the initial diphthong into the following n sound. Unique New York, unique New York. You know you need unique New York. Number 6, sixth sick shakes sixth sheep sick. This overloads complex consonant clusters. It's very good for practicing the s sound, but you can also get the ks sound, like in six, and the sh sound in sheep, and the th sound in sixth. Okay? Sixth sick shakes sixth sheep sick. Number 7. Which wristwatches are Swiss wristwatches? This alternates the w and the s sounds rapidly. Okay? Which wristwatch is a Swiss wristwatch? Which wristwatch is a rich switch Swiss wristwatch? We switched out wet, stinky, sweaty sweaters swiftly. Number 8. Lesser leather, never weathered wetter, weather better. Lesser leather, never weathered wetter, weather better. This contrasts the l and the w sound while linking those words smoothly. Number 9. A big black bug bit a big black bear, made the big black bear bleed blood. This works on clearly pronouncing those b sounds. Number 10. Eddie edited it. Eddie edited it. Links similar but distinct vowel sounds fluidly. This I find really difficult. Eddie edited it. Eddie edited it. Number 11. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy lost his hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't very fuzzy, was he? This particularly showcases linking and vowel contrasts. Number 12. Give Papa a cup of proper coffee in a copper coffee cup. This builds rhythmic timing on the p and the k sounds. Give Papa a cup of proper coffee in a copper coffee cup. Number 13. Freshly fried flying fish. Bounces along with alliteration and crisp f sounds. Number 14. The blue bluebird blinks. This lines up similar but distinct vowel sounds in blue and blink. Practice that bl consonant cluster. The blue bluebird blinks. And finally, number 15. Which witch wished which wicked wish. Now this alternates the w and the sh sounds. Which witch wished which wicked wish. Section 4. Taking your time to get a British accent. There once was a young man who listened through the night to the audio training in the British Accent Bundle. As he slept, his ears and brain soaked up the pronunciation exercises and the nuances of RP British English. When he awoke, feeling refreshed, he opened his mouth and out came words spoken in a perfect RP British accent. Spoiler alert, it's just a fairy tale. In real life, you only hear stories of such dramatic switches of accent happening to people who've had the misfortune to suffer a significant head injury. And speaking as someone who's had a bang on the head and post-concussive syndrome, I don't recommend it as a shortcut to anything. Accent acquisition is also not a passive activity. Although it's crucial to listen to the accent, you do need to actively practice the production of the sounds to master any accent. However, that's for another section. But back to talking about speed of change or progress. For those uncomfortable with sudden change, this gradual assimilation of British accent sounds into your own speech is actually a positive thing. Some people hesitate to work on their speaking voice and accent as they feel it's a betrayal of their native voice and identity. They worry that vocal change will carry accusations of wanting to be something they're not, perhaps trying to be above their station or betraying their native language and accent. But that is the point. You want to be better. You can see and feel the benefits of speaking clearer, feeling more confident, and enjoying communicating with those around you. It's not a snub. With no sudden dramatic vocal changes, your friends, family and colleagues won't leap to these judgments. They'll start to hear the differences, but in all likelihood won't be able to pinpoint exactly what's changed. They'll just know that your English is clearer, perhaps more refined and polished, but more pleasant to listen to and follow. So enjoy the journey of improving your vocal qualities. It may take a little longer than you're hoping, but remember that sometimes a really minor tweak to a particular sound can make a huge impact to your overall accent. Thanks so much for listening, and don't forget to check out the British Accent Training Package at learningbritishaccent.com/bundle to give yourself the gift of a British accent by Christmas time. Until next week, bye for now.